Hello YouTube, this is Twilight22 here, doing another deck profile on Genesis. Um, it's not that bad of a deck, but it's not on par with Oracle Think Tanks. You have to play it a lot differently with this. So start I use is Maiden, Hime. Of course, when attack hits, with this boosted Genesis, you still charge 3, and you counter blast 2 for this cost. You could also use Cinnamon, but then you have to wait until you're grade 3, and you lose your booster. This you don't use your boost, you don't waste your booster, and but you have to pay 2 counter blast for it. Like, both stars are both good, so just basically their preference. And then grade 3s, I run 3 Himiko. I only have 3 because I sort of sold or traded my SP1. Of course, my Genesis Rights, take power, and choose 2 of your units to gain plus 5,000, and basically your Vanguard gets the effect to soul charge 3 to draw a card. It's basically a mini soul saver. It's actually not that bad. I only have 3. And then Iwanagahime, just it's not bad. Soul plus 6, your opponent takes a -2. That's all it is. Just 1 because I have an SP1. 2 Fortunas because helps you, get better drive checks. Like if you drive check grade 3 or something, you don't want that in your hand, and you could possibly drive check a perfect card. Like, I usually use it as an advantage card, not trying to double trigger your opponent. And then to Artemis. Yeah, I'm running this without the right chain because I think the right chain's pretty inconsistent, as if you don't get the right chain, you'll be stuck with a 4,000 booster, and behind this you'll be attacking for 15, which isn't optimal. But then if you do get your right chain, it's good. Oh yeah, and also I usually don't use her effect too often because most of the time when I use her skill, I usually deck out. But it's not bad of a card. One of the better Genesis in my opinion. So yeah, it's the grade 3s. I'd run the 12k attackers, but really no space for it. And then grade 2s, 4 of her. Basically she's like the red eye. And basically when she hits the Vanguard, well, she has to hit the Vanguard, which is one thing. But then you get to soul charge 3, which is like the main thing in Genesis, where most of your effects are in increasements of 3. So she gives you a free counter blast when you have a free resource. And then use 4 Chamomile just to help waste more counter blasts, and it gives you more advantage, as this deck doesn't really get too much advantage. So when you soul blast, you gain more field with this. And then for the last, for grade 2s, 3 of the grade 2s Artemis, which isn't so bad, even though yes it's 9k, but if your opponent doesn't know what this actually does, you'll be soul charging 2, which isn't so bad. And also, not only that, with Artemis, you could put it straight into your soul if you draw it. Or if you're lucky enough, you could soul charge it. So yeah, it's the grade 2s. I would run the 10Ks, but I have no space for it. Grade 1s. Of course, you have to run 4 perfect guards, as you have a chance to just soul charging everything, which I actually have. Like in one game, I soul charged like all my perfect guards except for like one, but they were like, it wasn't like in the bottom of the deck. You know, like, yeah. I think 4 is needed since there's break rides. For Melissa, you know, same thing as a Chamomile. You know, advantage, free 7K booster when she's when she goes from the soul to the drop zone. 4 Cumin, because she soul charges. Like if you're missing 1 soul for like stack, you know, just call her free soul. And then 3 8K vanillas, because helps you hit for 20. It's just a really good booster, of course. 8K. And of course, I don't run. You could also run this guy, 9K booster. You know, you'll be hitting for 20 or 21 if it's boosting the break ride. Or if you're using the 12K attacker, it's also 21 column, since you don't use counterblast too often. So it's not bad if you put it in. You can also run this, you know, 11K attacker, but I don't have space, and not only that, I don't really like it, as you need the limit break 4 unit. Like, I prefer to run 10Ks before this. And also, I don't run this card because sure, it's not bad, you know, when it boosts soul charge 3, but most of the time she doesn't really get her effect off, and I think running Cumin will be better. I'd say you could take this out, but you know, 8K is 8K. And of course, can't forget about these guys, which isn't so bad actually. Basically, when Cyrus is in the soul, he becomes an 11K attacker, and when Orion's in the soul, he becomes a 9K booster, which isn't so bad. You know, it's kind of like the Beast Tamers in Pale Moon, but you know, of course, same thing. It relies on one of the other to be in the soul, but if you actually do get him in the soul, it's really good, as this is a 9K booster. So, oh yeah, the triggers. 4 heal. Using 7 crit. And 5 draws. Because, you know, I like to get more draw triggers, as, you know, this deck needs more draws. Like, I'll probably put 6/6, you know, just to be more consistency factor. But you know, you do soul charge a lot, so that's why, you know, maybe more draw triggers would be helpful. Just to draw into key pieces you need, because one game I actually soul charged all my grade 3s. Like, I rolled Himiko, and every turn when I attacked, I always soul charged my a grade 3. And then 2 of them went my damage zone, so I ended up break riding a Himiko over a Himiko. It was just, that was just a dumb game. I actually ended up winning because of double trigger. Yeah, it's Vanguard. What do you expect? But yeah, this is my Genesis deck. What I could say about this deck is it's not too bad. Just need to know when to time your effects right. You can't just spam the soul, you know. if you spam it too much, you'll be left with less resources, and of course, shuffle your deck well, because I always get so much bad luck. So yeah, it's Toy Click 22 here, and this is my Genesis deck.